Energy flows through all our meridians all of the time. As such, our 12 exterior channels, or 24 on both sides, have a steady energy flow through them and from one to the other, even now as you are listening to our presentation. But the body can give its maximum concentration of activity and energy to only one meridian at a given moment of time. This is called the peak energy or activity time of this meridian. At this time, the meridian gets more energy and has more activity than any other meridian of the body. Going by the statistics, the commonest time to get asthma attacks is around 3 to 5 a.m. So it is evident that lung energy is affected at this time. This is the peak energy and activity time of the lung. The asthma that occurs at this time is because of excess of yin or yang in the lung. Both energies, they increase in proportion to what there was before. The fact that a lung disease worsens at this time only tells us that there is an excess energy in the lung. It does not tell us whether the yin or yang is high. To know this, we need more information, such as, is the asthma worse in wet, cold weather? Is it bad in the night and in the early mornings? Is there much mucus? This would be a yin-dominant asthma, but if it is worse seasonally, it is an allergic asthma with dry bronchial spasm. And if at other times the patient is perfectly well, this would be a yang-dominant asthma. In order to treat this excess state, we can sedate the yin or yang of the lung accordingly. Pregnant women get morning sickness. Very rarely is it evening sickness. Therefore, something happens to the stomach energy at 7 to 9 a.m. And this is the peak energy and activity time of the stomach. If the patient is sick at this time, one can only say that it is because of an excess of yin or yang. To say which of these two is in excess, we need more information. So if vomiting is the main symptom, it indicates yang excess in the stomach. If nausea is the main problem, this being a passive symptom, it indicates yin excess in the stomach. If the patient suffers from excessive nausea and vomiting, then there is an excess of both yin and yang of the stomach. Least energy and activity time. Say at 4 a.m., all the meridians of the body have the same quantity of energy, but the lung has the most. This would not fit the concept of yin and yang. Yin and yang mean where there is an excess, there must be a deficiency. Where there is a high tide, there must be a low tide too. So when the lung has its excess energy time, another organ must have its lowest energy. This organ would be on the opposite side of the clock, the urinary bladder. From 3 to 4 a.m., the urinary bladder yin and yang are on the descent. At 4 a.m., the urinary bladder is at its lowest energy. From 4 a.m. to 5 a.m., the energy gradually returns into the meridian. If a patient suffers with low backache and usually wakes up from sleep between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. with pain and cannot fall asleep again until after 5 a.m., this is because the urinary bladder is deficient. The backache is a yin type or yin dominant of pain because it occurs during rest. Therefore, this is caused by yang deficiency of the urinary bladder. The urinary bladder meridian has its peak energy and activity time at 3 to 5 p.m., and the lung has its lowest energy and activity time at the same period. If one feels very tired and low around 3 to 5 p.m., this is caused by either a yin or yang deficiency of the lung. Symptoms improving at maximum energy time. Symptoms due to deficiencies can improve at maximum energy time as well. Example, a patient is always tired, but around 3 to 7 p.m., his energy is the best in the day. What is special about 3 to 7 p.m.? This is the highest energy time of the kidneys and the coupled organ, urinary bladder. During the whole day, these meridians have little energy. but at their best time, they have more energy, thus making the patient feel more energetic. Parang nakaka-relate ako dito. What should we do for the patient to have good energy constantly? We should tonify kidney and urinary bladder. I no wonder, okay. We should look for symptoms such as dryness, urination to judge whether the yin or yang are deficient so that we could increase this aspect. When this is not clear, we can tonify both. Whenever we notice that the symptom worsens at a particular time, we should check to see whether this time is either related to the peak energy time or least energy time of this organ. If it is related to either of these, this information can be used to decide if it is an excess or deficiency of the organ and whether we should tonify or sedate it.